the stars that paint our night sky are a little bit like people. They come in all kinds of shapes, sizes, and colours. And there's some pretty wacky stellar characters out there. But with over 100 billion stars in the Milky Way alone, our universe has plenty of opportunity to experiment and spit out the occasional oddball. Welcome to Chasing Starlight. I'm Suzanna Randall, an astronomer at the European Southern Observatory ESO. And in my own research, I focus on a peculiar type of star called hot subdwarf. But there are even more unusual stars out there. In this episode, we'll focus on 3 of the wackiest, weirdest, most wonderful stars in our universe, that we know of at least. There's something so romantic about the stars. No, wait. There's something so romantic about these stars. Meet VFTS 352, the kissing stars. Stars having companions isn't at all strange. In fact, most stars reside in binary systems, where the stars orbit each other. But when astronomers observed this system with the Very Large Telescope, or VLT, they were in for a surprise. They saw 2 massive stars of nearly equal size, literally glued together, and apparently kissing. Well, it turns out that the center of these stars are only about 12 million kilometers apart from each other. And that might sound like a lot, but in stellar terms, it is small enough that the outer edges of the stars are touching. And this is an equal partnership. So unlike a more traditional relationship where the one star is more massive and sucks material from the other, in this case, they equally share around 30% of their material with each other. Oh, isn't that sweet? Systems like this are known as over-contact binaries, and VFTS 352 is the hottest and largest of them all. It has around 57 solar masses, and with a surface temperature of around 40,000 degrees Celsius, this couple's relationship is certainly steamy. However, like many a famous couple before them, these star-crossed lovers are destined for a dramatic finale. Astronomers predict that either both stars will merge into one humongous, giant, rapidly rotating and possibly magnetic star. Or, even more dramatic, they may both explode as supernovae, leaving behind a twosome of black holes. Now compared to that, Romeo and Juliet had a fairy tale ending. Our next weird stellar system is a real monster. With more than 100 solar masses, Eta Carinae is colossal. This system again consists of 2 stars, but this time they're not kissing. In fact, they're fighting each other. As the stars dart around, they blast each other with fast-moving particles called stellar winds. And when I say fast, I really mean fast. These stellar winds are traveling at around 10 million kilometers an hour. That is around 50,000 times as fast as me in my little airplane. This is not the first time the Eta Carinae couple have been acting out. In particular, the larger of the 2 stars is very prone to outbursts. About 200 years ago, Eta Carinae suddenly became one of the brightest objects in the night sky. During around 18 years, it underwent what is known as the Great Eruption. During this outburst, around 40 solar masses of material were ejected from the more massive star, and eventually formed the beautiful Homunculus Nebula. This was imaged as one of the first objects ever by ESO's VLT in 1998. And here it is again, 19 years later. Who would have thought that the site of an epic interstellar battle could look so beautiful and serene? Let me now introduce you to the most mysterious of our 3 stellar characters, Tabby's star, which was named after the lead researcher who first investigated its weird behavior. This star is also known as the WTF star, as in, where's the flux? It was citizen scientists, known as the planet hunters, who first discovered that something was not quite right with the star. They were looking at data from the Kepler Space Telescope, and they were hoping to find exoplanets. So what happens when you have an exoplanet transiting in front of its host star is that the star will dim just a tiny little bit, and this dimming will happen periodically, every time the planet passes in front of it. What they saw instead was a weird flickering behavior, with Tabby's star dimming by up to 20%. No exoplanet could cause that. To make things worse, Tabby's star should not be variable, because it's a calm star a little bit like our sun. And we don't expect it to be surrounded by clumps of gas and dust, which is what happened, for example, with Betelgeuse. So what could be causing the dimming of the star? Well, astronomers came up with all kinds of theories. For example, a dusty disk, a swarm of comets, or even the disintegration of an exomoon. But none of them quite fit. But there was another theory that really captured the imagination of the public. Aliens. Of course. In this theory, an advanced alien civilization would have built a giant megastructure encompassing the star to sap it of its energy for power. Could this be what is causing the flickering of Tabby's star? Well, the jury's still out on that. It seems like this mysterious star still has a few secrets to give up. After hearing about these exotic stars, you may just feel that our own star, the Sun, is a little bit boring. It doesn't have an exciting companion, it doesn't erupt, it doesn't even dim. But in fact, our average run-of-the-mill star may be the strangest in the entire universe. As far as we know, it's the only one to play host to the weirdest, most wonderful phenomenon in the cosmos: life itself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And to be notified of future episodes of Chasing Starlight, activate the notification bell. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. For every episode, we will answer some of your questions.